Yeah, there's a pleasure in being drained, and I think when we meet a girl who's able to drain us perfectly, it's the most blissful. Yeah, what to say? Once upon a time, I took some drugs, some ecstasy, and for a moment, I thought I was in bliss. And as I kind of like, I hope you'll understand, but as I start healing my issue, which pushed me to take the drug, but I continued to take the drug, I started to realize this is not bliss, I'm in pain. And I thought to myself, how funny, a couple of months ago, this was bliss. Now I'm just the same drug, same high quality bullshit, but suddenly the bliss is gone. So what was giving me bliss if I feel sick now? Isn't that weird? I'm not necessarily going to answer the question right now, but yeah, so I learned in my life that the women, I'm talking about in the past, that I was the most addicted to, literally addicted like a drug addict, like a fiend. They had a particular way of leeching onto me or playing with my energy field or playing with my lust. And all I really wanted was that she just it's like a form of suicide. Yeah. Secretly, that's what I was looking for. Of course, I wouldn't have admitted that to myself, but in drug consumption, there's a form of self-hate and wanting to kill yourself slowly, pleasurefully, or at least that's what you tell yourself. And I noticed that that was there with these specific girls. But you're addicted. You can't help yourself. It's like you need that. You want it. But it's killing you. And I remember specific moments. I've experienced this multiple times, but there were specific moments where it was initiatic at next level kind of crap. And I was like watching myself. I'm like, what the fuck is happening to me? I've lost total control over myself. I'm like, the girl's not even there. Let's say it's a setup that I'm going to meet with her, let's say in 4 or 5 hours. And my whole system is just like under attack. But I don't know that. So I have heart palpitations and I'm literally, if I'm being attacked, but there's no attacker, and I feel a form of supreme anxiety and panic. And if I could, I'd just run and shove myself into the mouth of the monster. But in my brain, this is like I'm looking for bliss and I'm going to get high and it's going to be amazing and all that shit. But what I'm actually living is like I'm being tortured right now. And years later, as I began to understand myself better and understand the energetic grid of a man, energetic grid of a woman, and how the dance comes into play and where there's meetings and what's attraction, what attracts what, I started to understand, no, you experience it as a bliss. I always give this example. I'm like, why in the lore of vampires do women or men vampire, let's say women who they want so badly that the vampire eats them? And if you look at the movies, depending if the movie is well done, generally they kind of get it right. It's because she's going to get the highest level of bliss she's ever had. And she can't resist. Literally, that's what it is. She cannot resist. And as he's literally eating her life force away, she's experiencing the highest form of pleasure she's ever had. So vampirism is a reality. It doesn't necessarily need to be something that sucks literally your blood. It could. But it can be psychic vampirism, and psychic vampirism is rampant all over the world. And that means in order for something that to happen, there needs to be receptor sites inside yourself. A part of you that wants to be vampirized on a specific kind of vampirism, and eventually you meet a specific kind of girl who she got the right chemistry, and it's just like a perfect fit. And the high that you get, you lose control of yourself. You lose control of your energetic system, and all you want is to get high or quote unquote be with a girl. But it's quite an experience, isn't it? So anyways, that's happened to me a few times. And a few times extremely, and some of these cases, the relationship lasted longer for a few years, not necessarily intensely at the same time, but in and out, in and out. And I watch myself, I'm like, this is insane. This is not at all what it seems. It's like, it felt like I have a disease and I have a parasite inside myself. And she's able to activate it somehow. And I lose all sense of control. I lose sense of who I am, where I'm going, what I want, and I re-question myself in every way, shape, or form. And a part of me is willing to let go of everything I've worked for a moment of bliss, or a moment of that kind of bliss. And I watch myself and I'm like, yeah, but wait a minute. Every time I am with her, there was a girl, every time I was with her, it's literal. I would have that moment of bliss. I'd leave let's say her place, I'd get arrested. Not like for jaywalking, $200. I'm driving her back home, arrested. You don't have a license. Or my license, I forgot to pay the license, $500. The next time, my BM vandalized. I'm like, this is weird. Now, the story goes way deeper than that, but at surface level, I'm like, something's going on. Every single time I'm interacting with this person, shit happens. Literally. Something's wrong. Every single time. Anyways, I could push the story further, but not right now. So yeah, it's very appealing.